A solemn solemnity to you today. Welcome to Daily Gospel Reflection with Dr. Ben Safransky. So today is the Solemnity of St. Joseph, the husband of Mary. He's one of the only saints in the church who gets two feasts, the Feast of St. Joseph the Worker and today's Solemnity of St. Joseph. And a solemnity is one of the most important days in the liturgical calendar. During Lent, we don't celebrate anything lower than a solemnity. We don't celebrate normal saints' feasts or memorials. We only celebrate solemnities. Now, in solemnities, we are supposed to celebrate even during Lent. So eat cake, drink wine, if that's how you roll, and say an extra prayer to St. Joseph today. So there's two options for today's gospel. I want to reflect on the passage that talks about Joseph's vision when the angel tells him to take Mary into his home. And something struck me while I was reading this passage like never before, which is the fact that Joseph gives us an example of how to be good, but to be good without hurting someone else, how to be quietly good. So what does the passage say? It says that Joseph was a righteous man. And so when he finds out that Mary is pregnant, he doesn't think that he can complete his marriage to her. But he is also, the passage tells us, unwilling to expose her to shame. And that just made me think, how often do I think that being good or being righteous means exposing others to shame, means exposing the unrighteous or the bad to shame, trying to show that I am better than someone else in some way. When I was in high school and college especially, I felt like part of giving a witness to Catholic teaching or to the Christian life was sort of like always trying to be very vocal and very visible, that I wasn't like those other sinners or something like that. But today's passage, Joseph shows us what it means to really not just follow the law, but to fulfill the law, to live according to its spirit, right? Now, he doesn't end up putting Mary away because the angel intervenes and tells him what the deal is, that the baby belongs to the Holy Spirit. But Joseph is going to do what is right according to Torah. He is going to not marry her because that's what God has commanded in this situation. But he's not going to go out of his way to make it known, right? He doesn't want to hurt her, regardless of whether she has committed a sin in, conceiving this baby or whatever, however it is he thinks this has happened. He does not want to expose her to shame, and that is not a necessary part of fulfilling the commandment of Torah. So today I want to challenge you, and definitely challenge myself, to think about whether I have shamed others, whether I make it a habit to put others down, throw others under the bus, try to expose the unrighteousness of others in an attempt to kind of broadcast my own goodness or rightness. For me, and probably for many of us, this absolutely starts at home. This starts with not always having to be right talking to my wife or talking to my kids as well. It means not having to put anyone else down in my home for things that they might, mistakes they might be making. I hope you are having a solemn day. Enjoy your cake and wine, and I will see you tomorrow.